Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on AMD. Just like everything else, they are way down. So had that nice peak back here in November of last year, and another one here in December. And ever since then, it's just been running down. So quite a drop off there in the month of December through the end of January, and it's just been on the downhill since then. So down about 37% here in the past year, down over 24% in the past 3 months, about the same in the past month, down in the past week 12%, another drop off. And here's a look at today. So ran up a little bit and back down. So all the action going on. There's probably people trading this one. I haven't touched it for a while, so I have talked about this one on the channel, as well as Intel and some other ones. Covered NVIDIA once or twice in the last 2 weeks, but I haven't talked about AMD. So don't currently own some shares of this one. I used to, but it's a semiconductor. Feel free to pause and go over the rest. Founded in 1969. The $107.01 billion market cap, high today of 68.78, low of 66, 52-week high of 164.46, and a low of 66. Average volume here of 77.97, and volume here today of 56.10. Pretty decent ratings on this one at a 69% buy. And here's a look at their next earnings expected on October 25th. So looks like they beat every quarter on earnings, just about right on there. So we'll see what the next one does, but this will give you something to laugh at. Where I had sold this one 10 shares at $18.65, and that was quite a while back, on about 4 years ago. I bought it, I think $12 and something right here, May of 18, and sold. So about a $6 profit. I wish I would have kept them now, but I thought I was doing good back then. In 5 months, it ran up $6+ dollars, but could have definitely made a lot more on that one. So over here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a buy with a 1-year price target to 120. Everything's down right now, so I wouldn't beat up AMD too much, but they are at a 52-week low. So what's going on with an NVIDIA? Like I said, I've talked about them once or twice here lately, and AMD shares getting hammered this week. This is dated on the 23rd. So NVIDIA is currently at 123.25. So shares are lower by 6.5% to 123.94, and 10.8% to 67.76. So, and it's lower than that right now. So since Wednesday's session and possible reaction to the week's comments from the Fed Chair Powell, suggesting there could be a period of lower economic growth as the broader market reacts to the Fed's decision hike rate of 75 basis points. So that's really affected a lot of different things. So one thing that I've been doing, not that I give tax, legal, or trading advice, just trying to scrape up money to buy stocks. Not a whole lot. I'm just buying and seeing what it does the next day or the day after, and make sure it doesn't go down. So I don't want to buy a bunch all at once, but just get your alert set and build your watch list, and that's about all I can tell you to do right now. But and just watch them, because they're getting to be at 52-week lows, so once they go back up, you'll make a pretty good return. But like I said, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. But the Federal Reserve raises target Fed funds rates by 0.75% on Wednesday to a new range of between 3% and 3.25%. its third 0.75% rate hike in 4 months. The Fed said it will continue with its previously announced plan to let Treasury securities and agency debt and agency mortgage-backed securities roll off its balance sheet on a monthly basis. So there's going to be a lot go on between now and midterms in November, and then we have Christmas season, and who knows what holds for 2023. So we'll just have to wait and see. But AMD is facing harder times. Why this analyst is concerned. So one analyst at Morgan Stanley wrote he is worried about the company's performance as hard times hit the chip sector. These are all going to go back up. Chips are needed in everything. I've covered, like I said, NVIDIA. They're working on chips for cars. EVs. You got chips just in everything. Can't live without chips. But chip companies have been struggling with PC demand recently. Earlier this week, analysts published a report after meeting with top executives at AMD. The head of the chipmaker's business server unit told analysts that the current PC environment is messy and the outlook from customers is weaker than expected. AMD stock underperforming the broader market this year. The shares are down 53% in 2022, and the Nasdaq Composite is down 31%. So not too good of a year for AMD. So considering they were in the 150 and now half of that. So AMD priced down 11% this week. Insiders might find some solace having sold 4.1 million worth of shares earlier this year, and this is just out on Sunday, 2 days ago. Average price is 102 over the last year. Insiders seem to have made the most of their holdings. The company's market cap plunged by $14 billion after price dropped by 11% last week, but insiders were able to limit their loss to an extent. Although we don't think shareholders should simply follow insider transactions, we would consider it foolish to ignore insider transactions altogether. Here it kind of goes over the last 12 months of insider transactions at AMD. Kind of shows some sales, and there were some other articles I was going to put into the video, but it's just institutions buying and selling. That's pretty much always the case. So insiders are selling the stock. The last quarter saw substantial insider selling of AMD shares. In total, insider dumped $4.1 million worth of shares in that time and didn't record any purchases whatsoever. So that doesn't sound good, but somebody's going to be buying soon if it goes much lower. So here's some more insider transactions. Feel free to pause and go over that info, or else you can go right to Yahoo Finance and find it. Don't ignore this blurring signal. This is out on the 26th, so yesterday. The end of the market close, AMD was valued at $69.50. In that particular session, the stock kicked off the price of $68 while reaching a peak value $69.08, and the lowest value recorded on the day was $66.812. Stock current value is $67.96. Recently in the news on September 20th of 2022, advancing environmental substantially at AMD. Recognition of the Climate Week. Advanced Micro Devices had a pretty dodgy run when it comes to the market performance. The 1 year high price for the company's stock is recorded at $152.42 on 1/4 of 2022. And the lowest was $66.82 for that same period recorded on 9/23. So if you'd have done an option on that one going down, you'd made some pretty good money. But if you did that, go ahead and list that in the comments. AMD, the new Intel. I've talked about Intel several times here on the channel. And like I said, I've talked about NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, I believe, just hit a 52-week low as well. So I've been buying a little bit of that. Currently at 66.46 for AMD, a 52-week low of 66.82. That needs updated. High of 164.46. Bigger support at 60. QQQ's down. A little dumb and dumber. Market's gone to shit. Here on MSN Money, currently at 66.36, still showing a buy rating with an upside to $120.06. So it's getting to levels where I'm considering buying some of it and just holding it because it's going to go back up. So, but again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. And hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.